Hi, my darlings. I'm Sophie Darling, and welcome back to the channel. If you love anime, heartfelt reactions, and deep dives into symbolism and themes, then you're in the right place. Before we jump into today's reaction, don't forget to hit that like button to show some love, subscribe if you haven't already, and ring that notification bell so you never miss a moment of fun. And if you want even more exclusive content like early access to my reactions, full length anime watch alongs, and an amazing community of fellow anime lovers, then please do check out my Patreon. You can find a link in the description box below. Your support truly means the world as it helps keep these reactions coming, and I'd love to have you join our cozy little anime family. Today, we are reacting to episode 11 of Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, and I realized the last two episodes, I completely messed it up. I labeled them as episode 8 and episode 9, and it was actually episode 9 and episode 10. So I do apologize for that. I did leave a little text above my head to correct myself because I caught it in editing and I couldn't be bothered going back and refilming the intro because I'd already filmed it, and yeah, it happens. Trying to keep track of what I watch on a week to week basis is a little difficult sometimes, and it just kind of comes out before you even realize you've said it. And then when you're editing, you're like, hold up a second, that's not the episode that I thought it was. But last episode was absolutely heart wrenching. I cried quite a bit. We lost Hughes and we saw Roy completely devastated at the loss of his friend and close ally. And Armstrong is also not telling him what's going on, but Armstrong's not doing that because of Bradley. And it's just really, really heart wrenching. The voice acting was phenomenal because it really, really hit me in the gut. But I just didn't expect to lose him so soon in. And I feel like he was really coming into his own as a character. I was really enjoying seeing him and his interactions with his daughter and his wife and how that formed him as a character. And then we lose him in such tragic circumstances. I just was completely blindsided. I didn't see it coming. I thought when he escaped Lus, he might survive, he might live, but be wounded. But no, they just were like, yeah, we're going to kill him. And not only are we going to kill him, we're going to take the form of his wife. So therefore he can't defend himself because the idea of harming his wife is just unfathomable to him. I just did not expect it to hit me so hard in the gut. But seeing Alicia screaming for her dad, wanting her dad, not understanding why they're burying him because she's free. She doesn't understand. And they just celebrated her birthday and then he dies. Like, awful. Absolutely awful. I'm not over it, and I don't think I'm going to be over it for a while. But without further ado, we are going to get into episode 11. Al, Ed, and Winry are on a journey. They want to go and see their teacher, but Winry is tagging along because she wants to go to Rush Valley. So we'll get to see more of Winry and their little adventures together. I was saying I wanted more of Winry in the show, so I'm very happy that we have her on the journey. And hopefully this is a more light-hearted episode and not as tragic. She's in her element. Like a kid in a candy store. I love how girly she is, but also how badass she is at the same time. I feel like it's really nice to see a feminine character not just being reduced to stereotypes, that they have depth to them and they're strong and they're badass. It's really, really nice to see.
珍しい形のオートメイルだね。本当だ。みんなも見てみろ。いやちょっと。
He's naked. Oh no. He's been robbed.
鋼の錬金術師の証、銀時計がない。
観光客をカモにしてるスリだよ。
そいつがどこ
Do
に
they
いるか
know
知ら
who
ない
it
か。
is?
大事なものなんだ。
教えてやってもいい。だ
For a
が
price.
その代わり。もう一度兄ちゃんのオートメイル。 ドミニクって名のオートメール技師のとこです。
Oh wow, it's really in the middle of nowhere.
鉱石が取れるから山奥に住んでるって言うけど。
元はといえば、お前があんな町に行きてえなんて言うからだろうが。
銀時計盗まれたのは自分の不注意でしょ。
I mean, he was being mobbed. It's kind of not his fault.
ここじゃない？
Oh!
見つけた。
She's like, oh shit. Oh, she's quick. Well, she's a pickpocket. But are you quick enough to
返せよ。
outrun a state alchemist? Probably not.
兄ちゃん何者？
Oh wow, she is quick.
おこまかとは。
ほらほら、息が上がってるよ。待ってたよ。
Look at Al. Strategic.
さあ、返してもらおうか、銀時計。
Whoa!
珍しくもないでしょ。こんな町なんだし。ちなみに左足には 1.5 インチカルバリン砲。捕まえてごらん。
She's so cool. Wimmer's like, give it back.
よだってそうはいかないわよ。そのオートメールもっとよく見せてくれるまで。
The only reason she wants to keep her around.
あらバニーニャ。お友達？いや。
Haninya is so cool.
あの、俺の銀時計。
こんなオートメールが作れるなんて尊敬します。
いや、これを作ったのは俺じゃないよ。
俺だ。
He's so grumpy looking. I love it.
ちょっと重くねえか。
Is he gonna criticize her work?
装備車に負担がかかるのはよくねえ。だからこいつ血せんじゃねえのか。
ってことは、もっと軽いのにすれば俺の身
I'll
長が
grow.
伸びる。
可能性はあるな。
姉さん大きい。背高い。
お前らちっせえな。
No, I want him to be a short king forever.
うん。
私を弟子にしてください。
嫌なこった。
そこをなんとか俺の身長が伸びるオートメールを伝授してやってくれませんかね。
黙れミジンコ。
Rude. I love the animation in this show. It's so quirky. She'll wear him down eventually. I wonder then if Winry's gonna stay to be his apprentice and they'll move on without her.
赤ちゃんですよね。
No.
そうよ。お腹触ってみてもいいですか？どうぞ。
Oh. He's finding the beauty in life. Oh.
なんだか不思議だな。
僕たちもこんな風にお母さんのお腹の中
あ
に入っていたなんて。
Don't make me emotional.
大丈夫？
Oh, is she gonna have the baby? Maybe she'll have the baby while they're here.
天気が悪いと付け根が痛むな。列車事故に巻き込まれて両親が死んじゃってね。
Oh.
私は両足をなくしたの。そんな時ドミニクさんに会ったんだ。
He's not stubborn and grumpy as he seems. Oh, she's just a baby, essentially.
自分がこの世で一番不幸だって顔しやがって。てめえ
He's a big softie.
あの時の私はきっとひどい顔してたんだろうな。
He's really a big softie.
で、結局わけわかんないままオートメールつけられちゃってさ。
She had the freedom to move.
両足で立てた時は嬉しかったな。
He's a big softie.
ほんと感謝してるんだ。
Can't judge a book by its
一生かかって
cover.
も必ずお礼をするつもり。本当に感謝してるならすぎなんてやめなさい。この両足はドミニクさんが誠意でくれたものよ。 だったらあんたも誠意で答えなきゃダメ。その方がきっとドミニクさんも喜ぶと思うよ。
Winry's like, be worthy of the legs and the gift you've been given.
そうだよね。
Oh,
スリはやめる。地道に働いて返すよ。ああ、
to show her
返さな
gratitude.
きゃ。いや違う。錬金術で蓋をしてあるのよ。見られたら恥ずかしいものが入ってるわよ。
Oh, what if it's a picture of his mom?
さあ、エドのお宝拝見。ん？忘れるな。11年10月3日。
Oh, the day that they tried to bring their mum back, right? Or is it the day they lost their mum?
どうしたの？馬がどうしたのよ。
Okay, so she is having the baby. They're gonna have to help deliver the baby. Winry's gonna do it.
やるしかないわ。
何を？
おさん、
Come on, Winry.
みんなで協力して
Gotta spring into
赤ちゃんを
action.
取り上げます。エルとアルはお湯を沸かして。はい、分かった。パニーニャはタオルをあるだけ集めて。了解。あとリドルさん、消毒用アルコールありますか？
Look at Winry go. Taking charge. What an icon.
あいつんち医者の家系で家にあった医学関連書を絵本代わりに読んで育ったんだ。
I was gonna say, she seems to know quite a
ち
bit.
ゃんと学んだわけじゃないんじゃん。
I
うろ
mean,
覚え程度の知識だとは思うけど、
they learned from reading their dad's alchemy books.
今はあいつの知識と度胸に任せるしかないんだ。
Look at him defending Winry.
お湯沸かして消毒して。
I think he's gonna take her as an apprentice because of what she's done for his grandchild.
頑張れ。パニーニャ、中で手伝って。
Also love how respectful they're being by not allowing two teenage boys in. Not really the environment for them.
肝心な時、俺は無力だ。
I mean, you're like 15, 16?
神様なんていねえと思ってるけど、
But if there is a
今だ
god,
けは頼む。
let the baby be okay. And let the mum be okay.
どうしたんだよ。おい。
Oh! Everything's okay. It's so small. Oh, I'm gonna cry.
だっておめえ、生命の誕生だぞ。
I know. Birth of a new life after we lost the life in the last episode. It's so small.
やっぱりすげえ。人間ってすげえよ。
It really is a miracle how women are
子供は
built
無事生まれたし、
to grow and nurture life. It is crazy.
分より小さい男におんぶなんて普通だな。
落とすぞてめえ。
金時計の中身見ちゃった。
無理やり開けたのか。
Oh no. It's an invasion of his privacy.
ごめんなさい。
But she does it because she cares about you. Well, she was being nosy, but she cares about you.
バカ野郎。
They're so cute.
あるにも見せたことねえんだぞ。自分への戒めと覚悟。我ながらめめしいよ。あの日のことをそうやって形にして持ってなきゃいけないなんて。
Just to push him forward, to motivate him, to get their bodies
な
back.
んでお前が吐くんだよ。もう後戻りはできねえな。
Aww. because of what you've had to sacrifice and what you've gone through. Stop being mean!
帰らない。
おい、
エドの覚悟見たから。
She's gonna become the best that she can be.
半端な覚悟じゃいられない。
She's gonna stay here and be an
お前
apprentice.
まで一緒に。
私もっと腕を磨いて少しでもいいオートメイルをつ
Oh,
けてあげたいの。
Winry.
エドが安心して旅を続けられるように。
She's determined. It's her resolve to go on.
パニーニャ。
Revenge. Oh, she took it again.
殴ることないじゃない。
だから左手でもう一発で
Old habits die hard.
おじいちゃんですよ
I told you.
かわいいな
He's a big softie.
母子ともに体調良好。産後の処置も適切だね。
ああ、いえ、もう必死でしたから。
みんなには本当に世話になった特にジョーちゃんにはありがとう
そんなにかしこまらないでください。参ったな。照れちゃう。
Now you have to take her as an
で
apprentice.
す。ここは一つ弟子など。
それとこれとは話が別だ
Do it. Do it.
まあ
You delivered your grandbaby.
ふもとに住んでる腕のいい技師を紹介してやる
たまにお仕事を見学に来てもいいですか？
孫の顔を見にたまになら来るがいいさそっちの跳ねっ返りもな
Tomboy that.
やばい。急げ。これ逃したら次のダブルス行きは一回もだ。
まっちゃんにちゃんと電話しろよ。
あんたに言われたくないわよ。
あのじじいからしっかり技術盗んで、次会うときはもっといいやつつけてくれよな。
Oh, why am I so emotional? Because I know they'll see each other
ちゃ
again.
った。任せといて。
They'll be back. Ah! I just love this show so much. It's just so cute and it's so sweet and it's so sentimental. I just love the writing. I love that every character essentially has a resolve or a reason to push forward. It's just so heartwarming. We lost a life in the previous episode and we get to see a new life being brought forth, and it truly is a miracle the way in which life is brought into the world. It's a blessing and it's something that should be valued. And it's just the way that they were like, oh, we were like this in our mum's tummy once. And that near set me off because they miss their mum. So obviously they gravitate towards any form of comfort that they can feel in having that connection with her. And seeing that Ed's resolve is to remember that day, to push forward because it's his motivation, it's what drives him. He needs to always remember what he's gone through and what his actions have caused, but it's not just his actions. He blames himself. He takes on the burden of responsibility, but it really isn't just him. There's more to it than that. I feel so sorry for him because he does just take on the psychological responsibility and tries to shoulder it all, but he can't. He's just one person and he is not a machine. I think he forgets that sometimes. He does exclaim, like, I am a human. I'm not incapable of emotion. I shouldn't be expected to bottle things up, but there are times where you can see that he doesn't want to talk about what's happened because he doesn't want to upset Al, or he doesn't want people to think he's weak and that he's incapable of pushing forward. And I just worry that that's going to have a big psychological impact on him in the future. That whole wrestling with guilt and the responsibility and burden of what's happened without ever really truly addressing your feelings about it can cause some conflict and dilemma in his life in the future. I'm glad that Winry's also found a purpose and a meaning. And I love the little full circle moment that he's defending Winry when they're doubting her knowledge, because he knows firsthand. We know that they learned alchemy from reading their dad's books. Winry knew how to help women in labor because of her parents and their books. So it's showing the knowledge that's passing down between generations and how it can be utilized for the benefit of others. But it's just so sweet that we see more of Winry and her ability to stand up and take charge. And as I was saying at the beginning of the episode, I really love how girly and feminine she is, but also how strong and badass. I think it's a really nice combination to see. Usually, if you see a very girly character, it's very stereotypical. They're very prissy and are just really there to serve as the main love interest. There's not really any sort of dynamic or interesting features about them. So seeing her being like an engineering genius, she's incredibly smart and strong-willed and stubborn and holds her own. She's quite strong as well. It's just really refreshing. I really do love the writing in the show. As I said, every character is given depth and is just so instantly likable, which is just so unique to see. I think it's really hard sometimes to write a wide range of characters and have them all be dynamic. So the ability to do that is exceptional, because there's not been one character that I feel like falls short, that there's not attention given to them. It seems like every character is well thought out, well fleshed out, and that we really see that come into its own, even if they're only here briefly. Like, we may see Panaya again, I probably just butchered her name, but we got flashbacks into her traumatic childhood, how she lost both her legs, how she was essentially homeless and living on the streets, but she was given a new life and a new purpose, and Winry was able to reach out to her to convince her to stop pickpocketing by taking advantage of the gift that she's been given to live an honest life and to make the man that blessed her with the automail proud. I love that we get to see the grumpy old man become an absolute softie when it comes to his grandbaby, which I knew was coming, because he wouldn't have helped Panaya if he didn't have a soft spot for seeing her in that position, especially because she was so young. He tries to play it off because it's almost similar to Ed in that he doesn't want people to think he's weak. He doesn't want people to undermine him. And he doesn't want people to take advantage of his kindness. So he hides it behind this gruffness, this abrasive exterior, but really he is doing something exceptional. He is taking in someone who is at their lowest moment in time, who is disadvantaged because their legs were amputated in this train wreck, and gave them the gift of freedom, gave them the gift of being able to move again in a way that they weren't able to before. And that's such a beautiful gift to give to someone, and the fact that he didn't want payment for it. This was just his way of helping someone. He really is such a sweet man, but he's just hiding it. Again, you can't judge a book by its cover, but she's saying, oh, he only did it because he thought I was miserable and couldn't stand to see someone like that because it annoys him. That's just his justification. It's his way of reasoning to himself as to why he's doing it, even though he's doing it because he genuinely does care and he is kind and he wants to benefit those who are disadvantaged in society. And his willingness to help Winry learn more about automail as well, even though he won't take on an apprentice, but still he's willing to help her. And even when she says, can I stop by? He's like, if you're coming to see the grandbaby, I'm sure that's fine. Like, he doesn't want to seem soft and therefore weak, but it's just so funny because he's like, oh yeah, Panaya can come along as well if she wants to see the grandbaby, showing that he sees her as part of his family. He accepts her as part of their little unit. It's just so lovely. I can't wait to see what Winry learns and how she puts that into use with the automail. I hope Granny isn't lonely. God love her. She's on her own with the dog. Everyone's just kind of left her, but maybe she'll have some peace. She'll be able to focus and do her own thing, but it is kind of sad that everyone she loves and cares about has gone out to do their own thing. But as Winry's saying, you can't just do something half-ass. If you want to get better, if you want to improve, you have to dedicate yourself to it. And she's found a new purpose in life and she's going to give it her all. And I think that's such a good message that we really should do what we're passionate about. Of course, that is also idealistic. I do understand that based on people's background, they may not always have the same opportunities as others, and financial means is also a huge reasoning for people being able to access resources to help them achieve their passions. I mean, content creation is my passion, but I do not have the financial means to pursue this full time. And that's okay, which is why I do it in my spare time and I dedicate all my free time to creating content, filming content, editing content, because it's something I'm passionate about. And even though my financial situation does not allow me to do this full time, it is still something that I continue to push for and achieve because I think it is a worthwhile ambition and I really enjoy using my doctorate to analyze shows and to experience new forms of storytelling. So I guess that's a good example of showing that, you know, we find purpose in what we want to find purpose in, and we find meaning in the stuff that we do in life, and we put our energy into it. I used to do Twitch streaming, but I didn't love it as much as I've loved doing React content. React content, I find myself incredibly passionate about. I really enjoy giving deep insights into these shows and spending my time watching these shows and hopefully giving a new perspective on what React content should be, because it shouldn't just be watching the show and going, oh my God, there should be an actual discussion and consideration for what the writer is showing and telling us. So hopefully I give you guys that new perspective into what content creation for React content should be. And I would admit, yeah, it's not really worthy, but I would also agree that there is content in the space that is lazy, that people do not give the time and consideration to what they're watching. It's just quick and easy content that does well on YouTube, and that's what they care about, is doing well and becoming popular and that gaining traction, rather than actually taking the time to consider what is happening in the writing and the character progression and looking at the ways in which we can take the messages from the show away into our personal life. So that's what my aim has been from day one, is to give a new perspective into React content and to give it the time and dedication that it deserves, and to show people that React content is more than just watching the show. You're supposed to be engaging with it too. But I can understand why people have a negative view of reactors, but hopefully my content proves that wrong. And that's why I'm so passionate about what I do and give my all to doing this. But I digress. It's just a good message of finding opportunity and about pursuing what we're passionate about in life, and that we shouldn't settle for anything less than that. I think that's all I have to say in relation to this episode, but if you enjoyed, please consider liking, subscribing, and leaving a comment below to help boost this video into the algorithm. And until next time, bye!